How do you follow up a win in Pro Bowling's U.S. Open? How about bringing home the belt in the Kia PBA playoffs? That's what Open champion Chris Vi is hoping for as he opens up against Christian Azcona here in the round of 16. And later, 2019 playoffs champ Chris Pressler squares off against former player of the year E.J. Tackett. The Kia PBA playoffs roll on here on FS1. This is Bolero Milford, just outside New Haven. We are ready for the second week of the Kia PBA playoffs. The round of 16 continues with two great matchups. U.S. Open champ Chris Vi takes on Christian Azcona, and Shark Kent himself, Chris Pressler, battles 13-time tour titleist E.J. Tackett. The left side of the bracket has its Elite Eight set. Kyle Troup will bowl Thomas Larson. Francois Lavoie will take on defending champ Bill O'Neill. On the right side today, it's Vi Azcona and Pressler Tackett. Tomorrow here in FS1, more great matchups. Doherty Sterner, Jesper Svensson against Sam Cooley. Comes your way at 7 Eastern. Good morning, bowling fans, and welcome to the second weekend of the Kia PBA playoffs here outside New Haven, Connecticut. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer, the great 13-time titleist Randy Pedersen. They are all vying, Randy, for this incredible WWE PBA belt. The WWE and the PBA are partners, by the way. This is awesome.
I caught you trying that on earlier. Just so you know, I saw it.
It looks really good.
He was trying it on.
Check social media. Speaking of looking really good, Chris Pressler, who won this event a couple years ago, a tremendous champion.
Yeah, no question about it. He's one of the best out here. And match number 2 that we'll see a little bit later this afternoon features two of the best the tour has to offer. He's one of them right there. Won the first inaugural playoffs in Portland, Maine. Just a beautiful style, plenty of power, and he knows how to win the big ones. 2020 TSC champ, and this year he won the Roth-Holman doubles.
He's got 13 titles like this guy. He's bound for the Hall of Fame like this guy is.
He's
now.
way better than me.
E.J. Tackett. The question is, Randy, why hasn't this young star won in almost 2 years?
Did you hear what I said? He's way better than us. He's going to win again, but that's a great question. I have no idea. Some of it's been bad luck. Some of it's been poor execution, but pound for pound, the most powerful player out on tour, especially for someone who puts their thumb in the ball. He's a former player of the year. E.J. Tackett will figure it out. He's just too good.
Speaking of strong guys, how about Chris Vi, who is jacked? He's got muscles everywhere. He could probably bench press this building, and what a talented game.
Man, he has been killing it in major championship competition since 2020, and he finally broke out just a few weeks ago, winning for the first time. And it just seemed like, man, he could never get out of that 4 or 5 hole or even win a game on television. But he broke through here. Jacob Buttrick needing a strike. He gets 9, and Chris Vi wins by 1 pin, not only capturing a major, but his first ever title.
And now Chris Vi is joined lane level by our Kimberly Pressler.
Thanks, guys. So, Chris, it's been a breakout year for you. You made 2 major shows back-to-back, and then you won the U.S. Open, your first title ever. So what has been the biggest change for you to be so successful this season?
I think it's been a lot of mental practice on and off the lanes. You know, kind of the COVID break took a toll on me and took a toll on everyone, but it gave me a chance to kind of work on the mental side of things, and I think that's been, you know, my biggest breakthrough this year.
Well, let's hope it works for you today. Good luck.
Thank you.
Chris Vi has been the guy. Thanks, Kimberly.
Oh, I like that.
On Christian Azcona.
Chris Vi's been the guy. I love it.
Round of 16. Let's meet our bowlers here today.
From Springfield, Ohio, he rolls out of Northridge Lanes, Chris Vi.
The future of the PBA Tour may just belong to this guy, Chris Vi. Making 5 out of 7 televised major events, Vi finally took home the hardware in 2021, and it was a big one, the U.S. Open Championship. He's making history on the lanes, too. The two-hander through the Tour's 30th ever televised 300 game at this season's PBA Players Championship. With the looks that match the skill, the Tour's rising star is poised to become PBA royalty, if he can snag a few more titles, that is. Here at the playoffs, he'll give it a try. This is Chris Vi.
Ready to go. Arsenal for Chris Vi. Race to 2 match. Round of 16 underway for Vi Azcona. Great start for the U.S. Open champ.
Oh, I remember when I used to throw pins around like that. Said me never.
The 5-time member of Team Puerto Rico, now living in Claremont, Florida, Christian Ascona.
The pride of Puerto Rico is looking to win a big prize for the island. Christian Ascona is the only bowler from the Island of Enchantment with a PBA Tour title, but he has his sights set even higher. With his performance at the 2021 U.S. Open, it looks like a major is within reach. Christian was putting up great numbers and leading the tournament after the first round of match play before eventually finishing in fourth. If he keeps up that level of bowling, it's only a matter of time before he wins another title or even takes that coveted major back to Puerto Rico. This is Christian Ascona.
Great to see Christian back on TV. The U.S. Open show in Reno, won by Chris Vi. His arsenal. Starts his day, right lane. Tattoos the rack.
Yeah, what a U.S. Open it was. And Christian Ascona, as we take a look at his style. Look how open the shoulders are. Left arm out in front, and then the good hand at the bottom. He won his first match against Sterner, 258, 256, and then lost to the Ginger Assassin, Anthony Nair. And if you aren't familiar with the name Anthony Nair, well, he was the guy that made the 7-10 split for the first time in 30 years.
In the next match against Buttriff. First time on TV in 3 decades. It was amazing in Reno. Ascona left lane now, out of loft. Nice.
I think we might witness a strike fest today. The players can get the 10 out. That pin the farthest to the right. We're going to have some pretty big scores.
One appearance, that was last year, as the 21 seed lost to Marshall Kent by 6 pins, 218-212 last year. In suburban DC, 24 player field a year ago, 16 this year. Powerful two-hander. Good pin action.
And one of the things that makes Chris dangerous is that with all that power, he can still go pretty straight when he wants to. And again, there's the power. Just makes the pocket bigger the higher the rev rate is, so you don't have to fit it perfectly in between the 1-3 if you're a right-hander. So we mentioned top of the broadcast, Chris, a big guy. Yeah.
Big gym guy. Francois Louvois is not.
Right.
In terms of just being 100, 30, 40 pounds. What's the difference between a really strong, built guy and someone like Francois who's skinny?
2 completely different games, 2 completely different styles. Look at that. So Francois has to be more accurate. His pocket's smaller, his rev rate's lower, but he can do more things to a bowling ball. He can really manipulate it a lot more than a two-hander can. He can do a lot more tricks. He can reduce rev rate, which I think is difficult for two-handers to do.
One title, 2018 extra frame event. Ten-pin stands for Christian.
A little soft 10 on this shot here. He gets it a little bit right of where he wanted to, and then just not enough pop on the back end. Watch the 6-pin, second to the right.
Our Zoom chat with him this week, the 15 seed, told us it's all about reps, repeating shots, really working hard on his swing. And of course, the transition led to that successful run in Reno at the U.S. Open.
Let's take a look at this oil pattern.
Come on.
44 feet, Carmen Salvino, and the players are going to play Somewhere around that third arrow, maybe just a little bit right of it to start, and then we're going to try to get it to that 5-6 board down lane, the break point being around, well, just a little bit right of that X. Christian sweating like Shaq at the free throw line.
Bright lights of TV. It's hot out there. Left lane. Trip 10 pin.
You throw a little temperature out there with some pressure and it'll make anybody sweat, right?
Christian looks comfortable. Chris looks really comfortable. Looking for the front four here. Burst onto the scene the last 2 years, and now a major player on the PBA Tour. Finally a champion. First four up, first four down.
You know, I think that he hit it right on the head, and the biggest change for Chris Vi, as we take a look at his style from profile, remember he doesn't use his thumb, has to guide it with that left hand. But for a big guy, he really uses his legs nicely. And he does have some pretty big pythons to hold onto it with. But the biggie for Chris Vi is that he's found a way to do what all great athletes do, and that's to combine that complete mind and body control.
Won by a stick over Buttriff in a thriller in Reno a couple weeks back. Great start. Front five for Vi. $10,000 bonus for a 300 game on TV. As we know, there have been 30 PBA Tour history televised 300 games.
You know who had the last one? Chris Vi.
Chris Vi at the Players Regional.
Yeah.
Jupiter, Florida.
Regional Fires. Excuse me, regional finals. The Players Championship.
Fighting the perspiration here. Great shot.
Pretty shot here after the flat 10 in frame 3 on that lane for Christian.
Left lane, Ascona. Got it. 16th in points, but because Jason Belmonte is with family awaiting the birth of their 4th child in Australia, he moved up to the 15th slot. And his reward, taking on Chris Vi, one of the best bowlers in the world. First match is underway from the Kia PBA playoffs. The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will. And by Kia, introducing the all-new Sorrento, the world's first storytelling machine. All right, Randy, let's recap last week to begin the 2021 Kia PBA playoffs. Troop Anderson first match, went into a roll-off. Pick it out, Kyle. Advancing to the round of 8 in the race to 2. Then Larson Simonson, a little meltdown for Simo, and Larson took advantage.
Yeah, Larson started with a front 9, though, in game 2. That's hard to beat for anyone.
Lavoie Allen.
That hit there won it for Francois Lavoie. If he didn't strike there, he loses.
And then Bill O'Neill and Buttriff. This is a thriller, Randy.
Yeah, what a comeback for Bill O'Neill. Buttriff looked like he was just going to run him over. Goes through the nose when he needed just a mark. Fails to convert. We go to a roll-off, and O'Neill wins. in the 9th and 10th frame.
First 4 matches, we've had 3 roll-offs so far, thrilling finishes, and the defending champ through to the round of 8. This is the round of 16 between Vi and Azcona. Christian, the star from Puerto Rico, now lives in Claremont, home of Norm Duke, home of Jason Couch, former home of one Randy Pedersen.
Former home of.
You're in the Orlando area, but not right there.
The zip code has changed, my friend.
Here's Vi. Oh, ring a 10 pin. Vicious ring a 10.
Really great shot by Chris Vi coming out of the commercial break. Look at that hand up the back of the ball to keep it on line. And now with a spare, the max scores will be identical for both players. 279.
So no 300. Breast cancer awareness, pink spare ball. Like to see that. Great cause. After the front 5, 9 spare for Chris Vi. That's some big numbers here at the Kia PBA playoffs. No 300 games yet, but close. Larson, the front 9 in his match with Simonson. Tied for 3rd at the first ever Super Slam. Suburban DC. Left lane.
And back-to-back 10 pins. That's something you won't see very often for Chris Vi, is a flat 10, and that's exactly what that was. I don't know if it was a miss at the bottom, but watch this. There's a 6 again, just kind of quitting on the 10 pin.
Got that. I like Chris's message in our Zoom, Randy, with him this week. He said, yeah, I've been successful. I got my U.S. Open title, competed in the Super Slam, but this is a brand new event. What I've done in the past does not necessarily apply to here in Milford, Connecticut.
Yeah, it's always been a sport of what have you done for me lately, and I think that holds true for all the players.
Azcona, right lane. Yes! The most fearless voice in sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Coward is bold, unique, and outspoken. You can see him on the herd weekdays on FS1 of the Fox Sports app.
Well, we have a lead change now, my friend. Christian Azcona now up by 1 pin. And you see the max scores there.
Great first game. Might go down to the last shot. It's a race to 2. Got to win 2 games. If it's split after 1, as we've seen a lot in the PBA playoffs so far, we'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll-off. Left lane to go up by 11. Flat 10 this time.
Yeah, kind of a flat 10 with a messenger that took a look. Watch this. Head pin, sidewall, 6-pin quit on the 10, and so did the head pin. Nobody likes a quitter, Dave.
Especially in bowling. Star bowler collegiate at Lindenwood University in St. Charles, Missouri. National champ in 2014. Cross lane for the 10, got that. 5-time member of Team Puerto Rico as well. He told us in our Zoom he has traveled the world. Bowling has brought him so much. But he's ready to start winning some titles at this point of his career.
Well, he did win the extra frame event in Wilmington, which
Yep.
counted as a title, but he wants to win under the bright lights. I mean, who doesn't? This is the ultimate in our sport, is winning on this stage. It's the biggest stage in the sport of bowling.
All even, 8th frame by, works on a spare.
Good.
Trip 10.
Oh.
Come on.
Good one here. So we talk about the 6-pin and doing its job, and Watch this. Again, folks, second pin from the right. Here you are right here, 6-pin. It looks like it just gave the 10-pin a concussion.
Concussion protocol?
Like the way it fell, it was like, you know, just like so dazed.
All even first game. How about this finish? As we talked about, lost to Marshall Kent. His appearance last year. PBA playoff, Centerville, Virginia. Didn't like it, that's why. Really high, 3-6-10.
There you go, right there.
Oh, my
That was
goodness.
big miss. 4 boards left, and you can hear the reaction from Chris. And there it is, big miss left. Luckily, it's a 2-game match. And if they split, we go to a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. But this one's not over yet.
Get lucky.
No.
Maybe now.
10-pin stands, and that is not the time for a mistake in the foundation frame for Vi. Putting on a platter here for Ascona.
Doubly frustrating when you throw 2 poor shots in 1 frame, and that's exactly what happened to Chris Vi.
Big shot, foundation frame. Come on. Yes. Oh, yeah.
That's got a lot of rev rate for a player that doesn't really look like he does a whole lot to it, but he snaps through it pretty hard at the bottom of the swing.
He took out 10. Crushes the 1-3 pocket. Spare 9, and Chris Vi will be shut out in game 1. But the beauty of the format, it's a race to 2. Chris Vi can regroup, assuming he loses game 1. Win the second and force a roll-off.
There it is.
Great bowling.
Yeah, he stepped up and made 2 big shots after the opening he was given, and that's what you have to do. The opponent gives you that kind of opening, you got to take advantage, and Christian does just that, tripping that 10 late. So prior to the open frame in the 9th, the only thing that was left by either player were 10 pins. Ascona 2, one in the 3rd and one in the 8th, and Vi back-to-back 6th and 7th frames.
Locked in. The 15th seed. Impressive first game in the race to 2. If you get 2 games, you win and move on. If it's tied 1-1, we'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll-off. We've seen plenty of those so far here at the Kia PBA playoffs. It's awesome. Ascona's won game 1. But Chris Vi will make his adjustments and try to bounce back in game 2 and force a roll-off. Late tap in the 10. And Christian Ascona wins game 1 in the race to 2. Just outside New Haven, Connecticut. The star from Puerto Rico. And Claremont, Florida is off to a great start here today. Game 1 recap, Randy. Great start for Chris Vi, the front 5, but Christian Ascona comes through late.
Yeah, he took advantage of an opening and performed brilliantly 9th and 10th. Remember, he needed a strike, or excuse me, any mark in the 10th frame, and he stepped up and just threw it perfectly, striking out. And 258, 226 winner for Ascona.
Strike Track, powered by Kia. Let's break it down, Randy.
Now let's see Chris Vi, 15-9, so he's going much straighter. Christian Ascona is opening the lane up just a little bit more, but that softer ball speed is allowing him to do that.
Game 2 starts now. Left lane, Ascona. Yes. Stays hot.
Yeah, he's getting his ball to go through the pins the right way, too. And with the exception of 2 flat 10s, he struck on every shot.
Let's see what adjustments this guy makes in game 2. Ball change for Vi.
There's your first adjustment.
Right lane. That looks better.
Shot.
I mean, he threw one bad shot and then followed it up with a missed spare. Right? Other than that, I mean, Chris bowled a great game.
Tremendous run in major TV finals. It was 5 of 7 at one point. And finally broke through with the U.S. Open win. One big reason he was the top seed because he had been the 4th or 5th seed and had to bowl all the way through in other major championship TV shows and just could not climb the ladder. This guy's got game. Left lane? Yes.
You think about what he did in back-to-back weeks, Masters to U.S. Open, some 99 games of competition, not counting practice, didn't have a day off for 2 weeks, and made the telecast at the Masters and then followed it up by winning the U.S. Open. And he did that because he bowled a monster position round game at the U.S. Open. 267, I believe, was the score to take the lead and go around Jacob Buttriff.
And that really mattered. A 1-pin win for Vi. Ascona, a lot of experience. Team Puerto Rico. There's a trip 10 again. He's still hoping to win an appeal from the 2019 Pan Am Games, where the gold medal was stripped due to a medical test with his partner in Lima.
What?
Appellate process is still going on 2 years later. So he says in our Zoom this week with him. Jacob Buttriff and Nick Pate were given the gold medal at those Pan Am Games. Christian said that really is his biggest highlight, winning the gold. And he hopes to get that medal restored at some point, but it's a long process. 4-pin here.
Yeah, a little wide of target, and this ball really comes back hard, leaving that 4-pin.
He told us this week a lot of work during quarantine on his game. All right, got him to a really good place on the lanes. The impact of the pandemic on youth sports has been significant, and while recovery has started in some communities, too many children in need are still on the sideline. Visit goodsports.org to learn how you can help Fox Sports and Good Sports restore play for at-risk youth and the programs that serve them through donations of brand new sports equipment. Here's Vi. 1-pin lead to date. Yeah. Make it 11. Back to Kimberly.
Well, guys, U.S. Open winner Chris Vi is not just a professional bowler. He graduated with his accounting degree from Notre Dame College of Ohio and is a business owner as well, purchasing a pro shop in 2019 with his good friend Michael Tang. When we asked him if he puts his degree to good use, he smiled and said, well, I do the accounting for our shop because, let's face it, I'm better with money than Mikey is.
TV pro shop, Columbus. Yeah, I gotta love that.
Oh, my goodness. What a great story.
Left lane. Yes.
Come on.
Do you think he does his own taxes?
I'm guessing so. If he's
Okay.
that good, like Kimberly said, with numbers, I mean, no doubt.
Yeah. You know, you can tell a good accountant, don't you?
How's that?
When you ask them how much is 2 + 2, and their response is, how much do you want it to be?
Don't break the rules, Randy. Or it's already too late for that.
Christian Ascona on the right lane.
A little more on the 15th seed. In the majors, South Region Finals in Jupiter, Florida. Top 10 U.S. Open and the TOC. Only real struggle was at the Masters in Reno, Nevada. It's so great, among many things, Randy, about the Kia PBA playoffs. 16 bowlers are here. So many different styles, so many different techniques, adjustments. Anyone can emerge of these great bowlers, make a real run. Like this guy, why not?
Yeah, it looks like he moved in a little bit here. Whoops, excuse me, sorry about that. Looks like he moved in a little bit. You can see those numbers there, just a pinch left. Try to find a little more oil to hold the ball on line. You mentioned top 16, and the last 2 seasons it was a top 24, and a lot of really big names were eliminated because of those 8 spots.
Big difference. Vi to go up by 21. Looking shot for the 10-pin stands.
Get another flat 10. That's something you don't see a whole lot from him.
Effort.
You heard him say not my best effort, but typically not used to watching the two-handed high rev style leave a flat 10, especially from that line. No Sean Rash, no Tommy Jones. I mean, some big names that didn't make it.
A lot of big names.
Make a bad one here.
Wes Malot's another name that comes to mind.
Norm Duke last year participated.
Yep.
Of course, Thelmo's not here due to family reasons. Tom Smallwood had a great run last year to the semifinals.
Yeah, he did.
Don Barrett. Yeah, a lot of really great bowlers not here. Only the best, 16 this year.
Well, he just parted the Red Sea with that shot. Chris Vi trying to get back in this. He's down 1-0, leading by 10.
Welcome back to the 2021 Kia PBA playoffs here in Connecticut. Think you got what it takes to join the PBA Tour? Head to PBA.com to learn more about PBA membership. Sign up today to register for tournaments, access discounted practice rates, exclusive product offers, and more. Become a member today. 10-pin lead for Vi right now. In game 2, race to 2. Round of 16 at the playoffs. As Kona won the first game 258-226. Out of the break. Nice tap on the 10.
Yes, it was. Look at that wrist. Cup and then uncup. Hand behind, keeping that roll nice and tight. And then the action of the 6. Just enough bounce to carry that 10 pin.
Another really tight game. Into the 7th frame.
Come on, get there.
7 pin stands.
It's too much. It's too much. Can't go open around it.
So when we were at the break, Christian speaking to his tour rep, talking about making a little bit bigger move and moving farther inside on that left lane, and now you hear him, he says that's too much.
Micro adjustments can be the difference between winning and losing at this level.
He was unsure as to whether or not he was deep enough on that left lane, made another move, and he outthought himself.
Seven pin, but now the door is open for Chris Vi. It is a race to 2. If Chris Vi wins this second game, we'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll off. If it's tied after that, single ball roll off. Haven't seen that yet, Randy, but that is incredibly exciting. We've seen plenty of Raws so far, and they have been thrillers at the playoffs so far this year. Vi's 7th works on a strike. Go up by 11. 10 pin again, Randy. And the story.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of started the story off with whoever carries the corners, right? And game 1, there were 1, 2, 3, 4. Here in game 2, just 2 by Chris Vi, both coming on that right lane.
Got that one. Can't afford a mistake this late.
95% of the time the 10 pins covered. Great stats and numbers from our friends at Lane Talk. Hey, if you want to improve your bowling game, download the free app, Lane Talk app. And for more information, go to lanetalk.com.
Sounds great. Got the phone out, doing it right now. Great game here.
Yeah, another one, right?
Fun.
I mean, the first game came down to the 9th frame.
These are fun to watch.
Be good.
Left lane, wants it to be good. 10 pin again.
And it's not just that it's a 10 pin, it's a weak 10. Watch again, 6 pin. Right in the gutter. Does nothing to the 10 that time. And that's what's the disheartening part, especially for a high rev, high power guy like Chris Vi.
Is it as simple, Randy, as a ball change to change that to get the corner pin out and avoid the flat 10?
Maybe. You know, maybe it's something he does with his hand. Maybe it's a move he makes on the lane. Yeah, the ball's not coming around the corner strong enough, hard enough. It's not entering the pocket strong enough, and so that's why that weak 10 is left, right?
8th frame, all even. As Kona works on a spare. Every shot now, big shot.
Right now, Ascona looking to put boots to Vi and basically knock him out of this event. If he strikes here in the 9th frame, he cannot be shut out.
Promises to take the lead. As Randy mentioned, a huge potential strike for Ascona here. He told us this week, been striving to be on TV. Made the U.S. Open show here at the playoffs.
That's good.
Chance to deliver. Oh, man. Oh, man.
That was so good. So good.
Corner pins, Randy.
The theme. How to get the corner out.
Okay.
He loved this one. You heard him. He aced it, and his reward was a massive ring in 10. Now, Chris Vi in the driver's seat.
But he's had his own troubles with the 10 pin.
He's left 3 in the last 4 frames. And a good cover.
Okay. Okay.
All even. 9th for Vi.
Jeez,
Did he get that 10 pin? Oh, goodness.
Another
4,
big miss.
10.
Three and a half boards left on that last shot for Chris Vi.
Good effort, Eddie. Good effort. And the 10 got tapped there by the 4 off the back wall of the pit. He almost got it. He's going to take a re-rack here to think things over. He's in big trouble.
Check this out. Almost covers it. Pin comes out of the back and just nudges the 10.
Just 4.5% conversion rate at this level for the 410. Nearly converted by Chris Vi.
And what's interesting is both major mistakes by Vi came in the 9th frame, both games. Too little, too late. He needs to strike out to force Ascona to mark. And mark with good count.
Needs it. Been the story. Just been the theme, unfortunately, for Chris Vi. Another 10 pin standing. And late, as he did in game 1, gift wrapping this for Christian Ascona.
Ascona, the 15 seed, is going to knock out the number 2 seed. Just needs 9 on the first ball here.
Come on.
He'll get 10. He'll get the win. Christian Ascona is knocked out. Second seeded Chris Vi.
Well, that got a little interesting there. We're waiting for that ball to come back to the pocket. It sure took its time. That was just a fraction from being a disaster, and it's all 10 down.
And a spot in the round of 8 for Azcona. Unfortunately for Chris Vi, back-to-back years KO'd in the opening round of the PBA playoffs. Marshall Kent last year, and Azcona in 2021. Kia PBA playoffs to the round of 8. He's to the quarterfinals. And we'll take on the winner of our next match here today in Connecticut, Prather Tackett. Kimberly, joined by Christian Azcona.
All right, Christian, you walk away with the win today, but that 10-pin did not make it easy on you or Chris. What was happening out on the lanes?
Especially on that right lane, it felt like a little slicker. It was a little hard to get our balls to go through the pins the right way. So we just had to try to control our speed and our hand to try to make it happen. It was giving us some trouble. Now,
you told us that making the PBA playoffs was awesome in your words and a goal that you had. You just took out the #2 seed and now you advanced to the quarterfinals. What does this win mean to you?
Everything. I mean, this is, we still have work to do. This was awesome. I love it. This was my goal all season, to make the playoffs, be in the top 16, and now we just got to go one match at a time.
Congratulations on advancing.
Thank you.
Kimberly, thanks. Azcona 258 and 238 games to take out the 2 seed Chris Vi. Next up, 7th-seeded Chris Prather, who won this event 2 years ago, and 13-time PBA Tour titleist E.J. Tackett. It's on the way. Our 2021 Kia PBA playoff coverage continues tomorrow on FS1 7 Eastern. Round of 16 concludes from right here, Valero Milford in Milford, Connecticut, outside New Haven. Some great names: Cooley, Svensson, Doherty, Sterner, all in action. Azcona has already knocked off Chris Vi. Great matchup on the way. Chris Prather, E.J. Tackett, joined now by Kimberly.
Thanks, guys. Congratulations to you both on making the PBA playoffs again this year. Chris, let's start with you. So you've won this event before. So what does your game look like now coming into the 2021 playoffs?
Honestly, after the U.S. Open, I wasn't feeling that confident. I took the 2 weeks off. I didn't throw a ball until I got here and kind of just reset. So I don't really have any kind of expectations. So I'm just going to bowl and see what happens.
Well, I saw you taking some practice shots. How does it look?
I think it's all right. I think it's going to be about shot making because being that we're on the burn here, I think it's just going to be who throws it better.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Now, EJ, Dave and Randy have talked about that you are one of the best bowlers on tour, and at 28, you were actually Hall of Fame eligible. With that said, you've had a great season, but you've not won since 2019. So in your opinion, what needs to change to make that happen?
Well, in this sport, you have to have some things go your way. The last couple of years, I felt like I've bowled really well. A couple of times I didn't, but they just haven't fallen my way, you know? So if I continue to bowl well, eventually someday, maybe it's today, things might start going my way.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Kimberly, thanks. What a matchup we've got coming up here. E.J. Tackett, Chris Prather, two major superstars head-to-head here in Milford, Connecticut. Oh, what a matchup we've got for you here at the 2021 Kia PBA playoffs outside New Haven, Connecticut. Prather, Tackett, two of the big stars of the game. Let's meet these great bowlers.
From Bluffton, Indiana, rolling out of Easy Bowl, E.J. Tackett.
E.J. Tackett, the 2016 Player of the Year, is used to winning, becoming Hall of Fame eligible at just 24 years of age. But wins have been hard to find for E.J. the past 2 years on the lanes. With an impressive 13 PBA Tour titles to his name, including 2 major championships, Tackett hasn't taken home a trophy since 2019, leaving this right-handed cranker just jonesing for a big win. His super-fast delivery and remarkable release put E.J. in a league of his own. But this elite bowler won't settle for anything less than the best. Can he put his recent misses behind him and claim the title at the 2021 PBA playoffs? This is E.J. Tackett.
Maybe today. That's what E.J. told Kimberly, lane level, a few moments ago as we check out his arsenal. It's the time he gets things going here on TV. Nice start.
From Plainfield, Illinois, bowling out of Plainfield Lanes, Chris Pressler.
Metropolis is under siege from two-handers, lefties, and no-thumb villains. And there's only one right-handed hero that can save it. That's Shark Kent, Chris Prather. Prather's traditional one-handed tweener style is the perfect foil to the rogues gallery of alternative deliveries fighting for titles in the PBA today. 2020 saw the tour's Superman triumph at the PBA Tournament of Champions and the Strike Derby. Our Man of Steel also added the moniker King of the Lanes. And 2021 has seen him win his fourth PBA Tour title when he and partner Andrew Anderson took the PBA Doubles Championship. Can Shark Kent continue to win the fight for truth, justice, and right-handed bowling? This is Chris Prather.
That is awesome. Can Shark Kent continue to win the fight for truth, justice, and right-handed bowling? Those persona, they're just great. Love those pieces.
Yep.
Took some time off. Now he's back in the lanes. 9-pin.
Two of the best physical games you'll see on the tour, these two players here. And if our first match was the undercard, this has got to be the main event. Two of the best the PBA Tour has to offer.
Fifth seeded a year ago at the playoffs. Beat Marshall Kent, lost to Simonson, and lost that one down lane and whiffs on a 9. Oh boy.
Looks down at his footing right after he lets go of this. I'm not sure if it was a stick or a slip. Hard to tell looking at a monitor, but see it. We could see anything here. Yeah, and he gets real close to the foul line as always. Looked like it kind of slipped a little on him.
The great run of 2019. Bayside Bowl, Portland, Maine. Rockin' packed house where he won the big money. So I'm curious, Randy, after Prather's interview, Kimberly said he took a couple weeks off following the 2 events in Reno. Did you do that during your career where things just weren't going well? All right, you stepped away from the game, didn't touch the ball for a while.
Yeah, absolutely, because the last thing you want to do is if you're out of sync, if you're out of stroke, you don't want to continue to practice throwing it poorly, because all you're doing is now building that type of game. You want to take a little time off, recharge, and it does a couple of things. One, it also helps to clear the mind, and 2, it makes it a little bit easier for you to get back into stroke.
Let's go back to Kimberly.
Well, guys, Chris Prather, the first ever winner of the PBA playoffs, is aiming to win it for a second time by bringing a unique aspect to his strategy, telling us in our pre-show interviews, I mean this with respect, as I really like EJ, but I feel he has a hard time being clutch in the final frames on TV lately. So my plan is to keep it close, apply pressure, and force EJ to finish strong, because he has struggled to do that.
Kimberly, bottom line, that's the truth. And EJ talked about that. Maybe getting the breaks, not matching up well on the TV pair. It's happened over the last couple of years with this great bowler.
Well, let's not lose sight of the fact that he made 6 telecasts last season.
Right.
The only thing that's missing is the W's.
I did think it was interesting that Chris brought that up in our Zoom. He's aware of it. Right now, he's down by 31 pins after the open early. Whoa! Whoa! Goodness!
Yeah, they got it too far to the right. There's a little bit of oil out outside of about 5, and you get it to that spot, it's not going to get back from there. He's going to try to probably cut the head pin into the 6-10, and the ball will take out the 2 and the 8.
1, 2, 6, 8, 10. There's a lot left up there. Wow. And loses count 2. This is a disastrous start for Prather. He's down by 49 pins already. Whoa.
Can I have a re-rack, please?
It's okay. It's a 2-game match. All he has to do is get settled. I know it's just frame 3, too, of this first game, but if it was a 1-game match, you could pretty much say, all right, well, just have some fun and try to see if I can get a nice little feel and finish strong. And it's a 2-game match. Chris is not out of this by any means.
Race to 2. Jesus. Going to win 2 games, and it's tied 1-1. We'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll off. We do not have that in our first match of this show. As Kona swept Chris Vi 258, 226, 238, 215 en route to the quarterfinals. If there's a reset button, Chris has got to find it and push it, and does get the strike.
He did make a ball change there, and I'm not sure he's going to stick with that because that one looked like it labored a little bit down lane, but we'll see.
So for EJ Tackett, who has had some recent struggles finishing shows, winning titles, you got to feel pretty good right now with a big lead in game 1. And the front 4 doesn't hurt.
You know, the one thing I love about EJ, other than his physical game, is that he always looks comfortable on television. He just looks like a guy that was made to be in this situation.
I always regard him, Randy, as an intense competitor. Nice start, continues, front 5. He loves the bright lights of TV. He loves to play to win.
I guess the point I'm trying to make is he always looks consistent.
Right.
You know, his demeanor. You know, we saw in that first match how much sweating that Christian Azcona was doing. Now, I don't know if you noticed towards the end of that game, at the end of game 2 when he knew he was going to win, or when it was getting close to him winning, he wasn't sweating near as much. I'm not sure I've ever seen EJ Tackett sweat on the lanes.
I haven't.
I've seen him sweat on the golf course.
Really good golfer. Really good bowler. That's a better ball reaction for Prather by a lot. He's down by 59 pins. That's a lot better. Improving at the end of the first half of this game, head-to-head with Tackett. Second match underway. So far, it's all EJ Tackett in control. The online graphics you see today, including the ball tracer, are courtesy of Clutch Bowling.
Love that clutch.
Me too. Looking awesome as always. Speaking of awesome, look at EJ Tackett's lead here in the race to 2, game 1. Kia PBA playoffs, round of 16. Perfect through 5. Out of the break, trying to get halfway home to a perfect game. Yeah.
Ooh. That was a bit nasty. EJ, take it easy. We got to use these pins for the duration of the event.
Take it easy on the pins, EJ.
Such a great athlete. I mean, the move that he makes through impact is just incredible. The power that he creates, gets his body moving, uses all 135 pounds to just rip right through the bottom of it.
Third seed a year ago, lost to Tom Smallwood. Round of 16, baby split here, 310.
Time to make a move.
End of perfection for EJ. Nicely done by EJ Tackett. The baby split. It's the spare of the game.
It's fair.
Brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will.
You want to talk about talent, all the revs that he puts on his strike ball. That spare ball rotated about 8 times going down the lane.
That thing was cooking. Nice conversion. It's a tricky shot there. Prather in a big hole here, 7th frame. Whoa. Troubles continue.
Just try to cut that 3-pin over into the 4-7. That's how you make the 3-4-6-7.
About 21% conversion rate, and unfortunately for Chris, the wheels have completely come off here in this game. Another open.
I wonder if he's going to look at another ball or look at playing him differently. No, he's going to stay with the same ball.
Well, major changes are needed. He's down by 77. His first game. Wow.
Yep. Big move there. He moved about 5 boards to the right. You can see that the break point is the same, but there's a big difference there at the arrow. So he definitely is looking at a different part of the lane right now.
Tackett trying to finish up game 1 here. Looking good.
Is it a move or did he just miss inside? A little bit of hold on that right lane. It's been the tighter of the 2 lanes throughout the competition.
A pin, down it goes. Late timber. Tackett has won game 1. Mathematically over. And now Chris Prather will think about strategy for game 2.
Yep, straight on both lanes now for Prather. Again, you can see the big difference right there. Big move. And it's the 2 options that the players have playing this pattern.
This game is over. EJ Tackett wins game 1 in the race to 2. One more game victory, and he will advance to the round of 8 in 2021 Kia PBA playoffs. Back at the Kia PBA playoffs, Randy, game one, all E.J. Tackett.
Yeah, E.J. bowled nice. Managed his game nicely, but was never pressured. Chris Pressler struggled with a lot of opens, was unsure of what line to play, started moving around, changed balls. During the break, I was able to make eye contact with Chris and asked him if he was going to hook it or if he was going to go with a straighter shot. He said, no, I'm going to move in, I'm going to hook it.
267-170, the opening game score. Pressler starts game two with a strike.
And a good start.
Much better for the 7th seed. E.J. Tackett front 6, game one. 9 strikes. Last title, Vegas, 2019 PBA Tour Finals.
Just so good. Now watch the power being created here. Now that elbow, that wrist, and then the open hand. There's a guy by the name of, God, what was that guy's name again that used to, you know, that throws it and he kind of opens his hand like Pete
Weber, maybe? Pete Weber, PDW.
That's
that guy. He officially leaving the national tour at the World Series of Bowling this year. Oh, look out, that's a high shot. 3-6-10 up for Tackett.
Yeah, and we have to watch Tackett on this left lane. His last shot of game one, he went light. And I think he tried to get that one to get to the pocket. It goes high. So we're really going to have to watch him on that left lane.
That thing is motoring down lane.
That was thrown really fast.
He's got his mark. Pressler. Had some fun with his tour reps, as we heard in the commercial break. Well, 170 is one of the worst scores out here, so can't get much worse, basically. That's actually a pretty good attitude to take. Right lane. Yes.
Well, what I like about what Chris decided to do is he said, you know, he went to his tour reps, Sean and Jimmy, and he said, pick a board, anywhere from 19 to 21. And they said, all right, 21, we're going to get a little softer, we're going to open the lane up. And he said, all right. He's committed to it, and I like that. You got to, you know, pick a strategy, commit to it, and that will allow you to execute.
Continues the perfect start to game two, so the move clearly paying off early for Chris Pressler.
Sure is. And now that he sees the motion, he sees the shape, he knows he's in the right part of the lane based on what he's trying to do. Now he's going to get comfy.
Let's see how E.J. Tackett responds. E.J. told us via Zoom this week, I want to throw a six-bagger at someone on TV and put pressure on them. Well, he did that in game one with a front six.
So the next shot for me is going to be telling. If he goes light, EJ's going to be in trouble.
Because Pressler's got the look.
No, well, the obvious move once you go high is to continue to move farther left. So he's going to move his feet, he's probably going to move his target a little bit. And if it goes light, now he's trapped, because if he gets it to the right, it goes high. If he gets it in, it goes light. If he moves right, it goes high. If he moves left, it goes light. Not a good combination.
Left lane, let's see. Nice.
And that's exactly what EJ was expecting, or at least hoping for, when he made the adjustment.
Shark Kent got his nickname in Portland at Bayside. a couple years ago during the playoffs. The Sharks bowling team up there. They rooted him on.
That one has got to strike.
He's disappointed. 10-pin.
Well, it's a good shot, and again, excuse me.
Good move.
It's kind of been the theme, is getting that corner out.
He likes the move he made. Surprise, he didn't strike on the right lane. Every weekday morning, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp go head-to-head on the day's hottest sports topics. Undisputed with Skip and Shannon. Weekdays from 9:30 a.m. to noon Eastern, only on FS1 and the Fox Sports app.
Shannon looks like he could still play football.
No doubt. Those guys are great. Off the 9 spare, new game here. We shot a big shot, Prather, trying to win game 2. 4-pin, no.
Well, he'll make another move on that lane the next time up. He's got a small lead. He's bowling E.J. Tackett. And fortunate not to leave the big 4 on that hit.
Fifth frame here for EJ, chance to take the lead. A couple round of 16 appearances for Tackett and 2 prior playoff appearances. Fifth frame, turned away and got a Brooklyn strike.
Hated it.
He still doesn't know. Brooklyn took a while.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn, all right. Next stop, Prospect Park.
Can I have a re-rack, please?
This is one of the biggest breaks we've seen, and he knew it. You could see him turning
How's
away.
you, Randy?
Sorry? What did you say? I didn't hear what he said, but he was looking right at me when I just looked down at him.
Up by 2 thanks to Brooklyn. 1 re-rack left. Wants to think it over after that one. Because despite the fact he did strike, it was a big miss. Go up by 12. Bring it 10-pin.
Man, what a cruel sport, right? He gets the biggest break of the day, going Brooklyn and chipping the 6, and then he aces that one and leaves the ring 10. Francois Lavoie was walking past the booth, and I asked him, I said, which lane do you think offers the most 10 pins? And he said, well, for him, it's the right lane. Today, it's been both lanes. E.J. Tackett looking to close this out. He's got a 1-pin lead halfway through game 2 of this epic battle between him and Chris Prather. Lots more to come. Stay with us.
The PBA on FS1 is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will. And by Kia, introducing the all-new Sorrento, the world's first storytelling machine. Game 2, very close here. 1-pin edge currently for E.J. Tackett. Tackett leads in the race to 2, 1 game to none. Strike Track, Randy, powered by Kia. Break it down for us.
Well, we're going to take a look at how Chris Prather and E.J. Tackett are playing the lanes. Tackett just a little bit to the inside of Pressler throwing it a little bit faster, but the break point right on top of one another. And look at the numbers here. Break point's the same. Couple boards different at the arrows, and 3 boards at the laydown.
Pressler, 29 years old, 7-year pro. EJ, 28 years old, 9-year pro. These two, before the age of 30, big stars on tour. What a matchup here. Round of 16. Out of the break. 10-pin.
Yeah, it's hard to deal with that when you ace it, and it's back-to-back shots like that on that right lane. Watch this. Yeah.
He liked it.
I mean, one of the beauties of Pressler's game is you could put a plate of food on top of his head and he wouldn't spill any. How steady that is. And then you add some power to that, and that's the recipe for success.
Such a pretty game to watch. Chris Pressler. Let's see if he can get past EJ in game 2. Won't be easy.
It's like a stroker's game with a lot of power. You know, he doesn't even look like he tries, and he creates plenty of ball. Whereas when you watch EJ tack it, he really looks like he's using some strength and energy to get after it.
That backswing's incredible. Tackhand. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 1, 2, 4, 10. Trouble here in the 7th.
Well, I can honestly say I didn't see that coming. EJ's going to try to get the ball over to the left side of the head pin and cut it into the 10. And
I didn't like it, that's why. Just a chop. Loses count.
That one might be a little worse.
And just like that on the bench, Pressler sees the game swing his way big time. 15 pins.
All right, EJ.
just like that, Chris Pressler right back in this.
Lord of mercy.
That was tough. Left lane.
Oh, man. Looked like they were dancing in the pin deck. Watch the pins here. See the rings on the bowling ball as it's flaring down the lane. Multiple rings. The higher the rev rate, the more rings. And that's the ball migrating onto a new surface as it's going down the lane. You know what causes that?
Dancing pins, I like that.
You know what causes or creates that? The weight block.
By Pressler, suddenly driver's seat, 8th frame. Yeah, 9-pin. He liked it a lot. He thought he had struck for a 25-pin lead.
Yeah, that's just really crappy luck. I mean, talk about getting punched in the gut. So ring and 10, solid 9, all on that right lane. And guess what lane Chris has to finish on? The right lane.
Oh, and he missed the 9-pin. He missed the 9-pin.
Yeah, and that's just from sheer frustration.
May I have a re-rack, please?
Oh, goodness gracious. So Tackett opens. Prather is sitting pretty. And then this happens.
Well, he aces the first shot, which would have given him a double and a nice lead. And he leaves that 9-pin where the ball just goes right by it. And then the frustration sets in and it gets up and misses the spare.
One re-rack left. Game 2.
Still has a chance. You see the max scores there, 225 for Chris and 232 for Tackett. Now this next shot on this right lane should be interesting. I think it was Brooklyn, trip 6, and a washout, the last 2 shots on the right lane.
I've called a lot of Chris's matches with you, Randy. I've never seen him take the glasses off like this. I mean, that's twice.
He's frustrated.
Oh, man. Can't watch. Tackett, 9th frame. Looking for a lead.
That yeah, and that right lane's real slick. And he tried to go a little bit more up the gut on that lane, and that ball never saw any friction. And very fortunate that he didn't leave the bucket, just the 2-pin. And he'll be happy to get off of that lane. But because he didn't strike there, Prather can still win game 2.
Hey, gummit.
If EJ doesn't double here in the 10th frame, Chris Prather just needs a spare and good count. So 2 big shots coming up for EJ Tackett. We're going to go to sudden death.
Wow. A breakdown for Tackett late to a 10 left lane, and Prather, who was despondent. The glasses came off more than once.
Yeah, I guarantee you, Chris is sitting there going, I can't believe this is happening. Remember, EJ Tackett shot 267 game 1. Now, that's how much the lanes have changed. They're a real wet drive for him, meaning if he gets it to the right, it overhooks. He gets it in, it goes really straight.
Can't cover it all. Wow. Well, as Kimberly talked about, Chris Prather mentioned our Zoom call, EJ has had struggles in the last year or so, finishing matches, finishing tournaments. In the 9th and 10th frame, and Prather handed the gift here in game 2.
Can't strike on that lane, and so when we go to the 9th and 10th frame roll-off, since Prather is the higher seed, he's going to get choice of starting lane. He's going to make EJ start on the left lane so that Chris only has to throw 1 shot on that right lane. I'd be surprised if it was any other way.
Man, that's what that looks like.
Yeah, he's got that single pin spare conversion.
He's going to look at a different bowling ball
today.
Tied, 1 apiece. The race to 2. So we'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll off. Opening weekend, 3 of the 4 matches went to the roll off.
I would like EJ to go first, please.
By PBA rule, this tie must be broken by a 9th and 10th frame roll-off. EJ Tackett will begin on the left lane.
Here we go. 9th, 10th frame roll off. Nothing like it. This format of the Kia PBA playoffs. Already, we've seen Troop, we've seen Lavoie and O'Neal advance via the playoff. And the roll-off. Here we go. EJ left lane. Yes. That's how you start it.
Absolutely. And I think if you were to ask Chris Prather right now if he thought this was going to happen, he would tell you emphatically no. But here it is. New life. What was it, a week ago? Bill O'Neal and Jacob Buttriff?
All but over.
When Jacob just needed a mark.
All but over.
And then Bill won in the roll-off. So Chris is going to change balls here on the right lane. Let's see if it pays off.
Right lane, gotta hurry.
Come on.
Doesn't hurry.
Why? I don't understand.
That lane is so slick down lane. He threw it actually slower, I think, than the shot before it where he went light, and it still didn't come around the corner. Real slick.
2-4-8.
And the key pin is the back pin, the 8 pin. It's good cover.
It's got to be the other ball.
Winner takes on Krishnez Kona. Will beat the 2-seed Chris Vi. Starting our second weekend of the Kia PBA playoffs. Roll off here in our second match.
Roll, 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 roll! Yeah!
It's not happening. 2-8-10.
You're throwing it atrocious. How could you be so bad?
Tough.
I've been there.
Tough.
Oh, man. That was really close.
Almost got it. Really frustrating day for Prather, despite the rally in game 2. Nearly converted. Tackett trying to put it away. Bring it 10-pin.
That's all he needed. EJ Tackett survives.
Oh! What a wild back and forth match that goes to the 9/10 frame roll off, and EJ Tackett is off to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, big exhale there.
Chris Prather still can't believe it. Hand in hand.
Look at that. Same thing Prather had right there. You get that ball in just a little bit, and it's going to sail on you.
But enough for EJ to finally win a TV match. Been a while for him.
Where's Maldi at? I got one.
He's happy. And advances to the quarterfinals to take on Puerto Rico's Christian Azcona. You can see at 8 Eastern on FS1 May 10th. Coming up, the quarters. Frustration, certainly for Chris Prather. Randy, got to try to learn your lessons, right?
Well, I mean, you know, it's not like he threw it bad. His ball reaction looked really good. Then it went away. Then he'd get the ball in just a hair and it would go 60 feet. And, you know, sometimes that happens, Pards. I mean, that's why it's so hard to win. And that's why you can't win all of them.
Here's Kimberly with EJ.
Thanks, guys. So, EJ, congratulations on the win today. But can we talk about game 2 at the end there? What happened?
The lane just blew up, and they got really, really hard. For me, they got really hard. Chris kept throwing really good shots, if he felt the same thing that I did, the fact that he hit the pocket that many times in a row and he just had nothing to show for it. I mean, he completely outbowled me that game by not even close. And then getting into the roll-off there, I knew I had to make something happen. I moved back right and got my hand up the back of the ball a little bit more, just trying to get my ball to get a little bit more forward so I can keep it closer to the head pin and not split, not just give away the roll-off. And luckily I was able to strike the first one, and Pressler had some troubles, and all I had to do was just get 9 there on the last shot. So.
Well, when we talked earlier, you said today might be the day you win. It did happen for you, and for the first time in the PBA playoffs, you now advance to the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
What's this moment like for you?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to Maldy, because Maldy, I got me one too, bub. But anyway, I feel great. It's awesome to get a win. It's never a bad feeling at all. So I'm looking forward to the next match against Christian.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Reference to Sean Maldonado's got me one win at the World Series this year for his first career title in Tampa. First TV win of 2021 for EJ Tackett. Randy, impressive.
Yeah, he hung in there. Both players struggling. As EJ said, the lanes blew up and they got really tough.
Our coverage of the 2021 Kia PBA playoffs continue tomorrow at FS1 7 Eastern. Round of 16 concludes from here at Bolero Milford in Milford, Connecticut, outside New Haven. Now for the entire crew, Randy Pedersen and Kimberly Pressler. It's Dave Ryan saying so long for now from the 2021 Kia PBA playoffs. You've been watching the PBA on FS1. Christian Azcona knocks out the 2 seed Chris Vi. And then EJ Tackett in a battle that went to the 9th, 10th frame roll-off. Beats the 7th seed in 2019 champ Chris Prather as Kona and Tackett advance.